pulling back the curtain on a force you've probably felt but maybe never seen. We're talking about the market giants and how they quite literally engineer price moves to their own advantage. This is going to be a good one.
Okay, let me ask you something. Have you ever been in this exact spot? You're watching a stock, it's holding a key support level for weeks, it looks solid. And then, bam, it breaks down, you either get stopped out for a loss or you panic sell, right? Only to watch in total disbelief as the price immediately snaps back and just rockets higher, leaving you completely in the dust. It feels awful, it feels like you just have the worst luck in the world.
But what if I told you that wasn't bad luck? What if that breakdown wasn't random at all? What if it was actually a carefully, meticulously designed trap, set by an unseen force in the market?
Well, that force has a name, the Composite Man. Now, this isn't some guy in a dark room. It's a concept. It represents the collective power of all the big money, the institutional investors, the market makers, all of them, acting as if they were a single, hyper-intelligent trader with one goal, to buy low and sell high.
Now, let's be really clear here. We're not talking about good versus evil. This is just the nature of the beast. The market is a zero-sum game. For someone to win, someone else has to lose. And the Composite Man's entire strategy is built around taking shares from the less informed, more emotional participants, what they call the weak hands. It's a predator and prey dynamic, plain and simple. So how exactly does this predator hunt? Well, it all kicks off with a phase called accumulation. And this is truly the art of the silent takedown.
Okay, put yourself in their shoes for a second. You're a huge institution and you've identified a stock that's massively undervalued. You need to buy, like, millions of shares. But you can't just go and hit the buy button, right? You'd send the price to the moon and completely ruin your own entry point. No, you have to be slick. You have to be stealthy.
So this is what he does. He builds a hunting ground. Take a look at the chart. He engineers this long, boring period where the price just chops around sideways. It's called a trading range. This isn't just the market being indecisive. This is a controlled environment built for a very specific purpose.
And the purpose is pure psychology. Think about it. What drives a retail trader crazier than a stock that does absolutely nothing for weeks on end? It's that boredom, that frustration that makes people give up and sell. And every time a frustrated trader sells their shares, the Composite Man is waiting on the other side, quietly buying them up, slowly but surely filling his warehouse.
And now we get to the main event, the grand finale of the accumulation phase. This is the most brilliant, most deceptive move in the entire playbook. It's called the spring.
You see the floor of that trading range we were just looking at? After holding up so many times, it looks like the most obvious, safest support level in the world, right? Well, the Composite Man knows you think that. And more importantly, he knows that just beneath that level, there's a giant cluster of stop-loss orders from people who bought inside the range. It's a treasure chest of liquidity just waiting to be opened.
And here's how the trap is sprung. First, he gives the price a little push, just enough to crack that support floor. That triggers the first stop loss, which then triggers the next and the next, creating this massive waterfall of forced, panicked selling. And while all of that chaos is happening on the surface, the Composite Man is down there below, with enormous hidden buy orders, just calmly absorbing every single share. He's scooping up a gift of liquidity at a huge discount.
And what happens next is what you see right here. Once all those sellers have been flushed out, the supply just evaporates. It's gone. There's literally no one left to sell. So the path of least resistance is now aggressively upward. And that's how you get that classic, sharp V-shape recovery that leaves everyone scratching their heads. The warehouse is full, and the mission is complete.
This right here, this slide, is everything. It's two different realities. The retail trader sees a total disaster, a catastrophic breakdown. They think support failed, and it's time to panic sell. The Composite Man sees a gift. He sees mission accomplished. For him, it's not time to panic. It's time to fill his pockets. It's the exact same event, seen through two completely different lenses.
So you're probably thinking, okay, if this is all happening behind the scenes, how on earth can we spot it? It's a fair question. You can't see the giant himself, but you can absolutely learn to see his footprints. And those footprints are found in the volume data. The secret is to stop looking at price in a vacuum and start looking at the relationship between effort, which is just the amount of volume, and the result, which is the price move that volume created. This little game of effort versus result tells the real story.
So let's just look at this cheat sheet here. Check out that top row. You see super high effort, right? Massive volume. But the result? The price barely moves. What does that tell you? It's absorption. The Composite Man is a giant sponge, soaking up all the selling. Now contrast that with the bottom row. You see very low effort, low volume, and the price is just kind of drifting down. That's a huge clue. It's called supply exhaustion. It means the sellers are done. The Composite Man has all the shares, and he's just waiting for the right moment to move.
You see, once you understand this framework, it changes the entire game. Your goal is no longer about trying to outsmart the market. It's about identifying what the giant is doing and simply getting in line with him.
Let me put it another way. The Composite Man is the house in a casino. He has the money, he has the information, he has the math on his side. Does the house win every single hand? No. But over the long run, the house always wins the game. It's a structural certainty. So what does that mean for us? It means your job isn't to fight the house. That's a losing battle. Your job is to become an expert at spotting the house's game. You learn to recognize his moves. You wait patiently for him to finish his accumulation. You wait for the spring, and then you just ride his coattails into the next big move up.
So I'll just leave you with this one question to think about. The next time you see a stock break a super obvious support level, are you going to see it as a threat, a reason to panic, or are you going to see the giant's footprints and recognize it as the incredible opportunity it just might be?